Man, do I have some books to read? Oh, I don't?
Oh, sing a song of Baldur, who founded Baldur's Gate.
Archduke's Leadership Decorum. A pamphlet by the Gortash for Archduke Voluntary Campaign. As Archduke, Lord Gortash's top priority will be decorum, to ensure that administration and law enforcement are at all times treated with respect for their positions and duties. No policy can be more important. Hey, Mom! Archduke's Leadership Protection. As Archduke, Lord Gortash's top priority will be protection. The physical defense of Baldur's Gate and its citizens, no policy can be more important. Surveillance. As Archduke, Lord Gortash's top priority will be surveillance. To ensure that disloyal elements do not threaten Baldur's Gate and its people from within, no policy can be more important. This book contains several recipes for bespoke firework concoctions and appears to have been written with the intent of being mass-produced. Introduction. If you find my little book in your hands, it's most likely because you, like myself, live for the thrill of combustion. It can be a fraught road, discovering an outlet for such a passion that leads not to destruction but to delight. Ah, delight. This is the point entire of the art of fireworking, to enchant, to move, to titillate. Within these passages, you'll find the distillation of my many years of firecraft with the hope of elevating this craft I love so well. I wish you the best of luck, and do stop by my shop in Baldur's Gate for supplies, advice, and camaraderie. I am always keen to meet like minds for explosive conversation. I can't read. Installation of self-destruction element to the Iron Throne was successful. Used majority of explosives ordered, no questions asked, none answered. Gortash will be. Ledger of production. Goods delivered to the Steelwatch Foundry, Rivington's Toymaker, and Wormrock's Fortress. Payment on delivery. Restock scheduled for 10 days hence. Steelwatch Foundry motivator switches. Requested 6, delivered 5, in production 1. Tamara, I know our Toymaker friend is part of the cause, but what I have seen is worryingly unsubtle. The last thing we want is to be held accountable for his activities. If he comes in looking for more stock, tell him that we're undersupplied. I'd rather not have the shop's good name ruined. My dear fellow Avery, you have done well so far, but do allow the production of smoke powder to flag. No one will question a fireworks shortage in case of a crisis. Never fear, my friend, I'll take personal interest in your shop to cover any lost income. My sincerest wishes for your success. G is Gortash. How does he know these things?
Light on my feet. More for me? Let's see.
What am I supposed to do then, Wig?
What do you want me to do? Arrest the smell?
Some help you are. Where's the steel watch when you need them?
Not to mention the parchment quality of the
Undercity Ruins. This is where ball stuff. Ball stuff?
penitent looks at you silently, expectantly.
Shall we trade?
There is the slightest flicker of acknowledgement in his eyes.
$1,500. Sort by value. Gonna sell all my trash to you.
Penitent blinks. You think? You are dismissed.
Alright, let's see if we can get into the ball gate. Do I still have the hands on me? I do.
A rush of ancient whispers fills your mind as you approach the door. It is rife with magic. Old, deathly magic.
A new vessel brimming with blood darkens Baldur to baptize his days most holy. Do you have proof of your faith to our Lord?
How can I prove myself?
You must bear proof of the Dreadlord's favor, or pay his toll of blood.
Paul created me above all others, open for his prodigy.
Then you must know the way. Present the symbol, proof of your father's favor.
What symbol?
An amulet of the Dreadlord's likeness. Simple for his spawn to acquire.
An amulet of his Dreadlord's likeness. How the hell would I get that? I thought I just needed the severed hands. Well, can I do it with the hands instead?
The spill of murderous loins approaches once more. Show a proof of faith. Spillage. You must bear proof of the Dreadlord's favor.
Pay his toll in blood. Gold. Huh.
The spill of murderous law. You must bear proof of the...
Well. I put the bag on the ground?
The spill of murderous loins approach. You must bear proof of...
Oh, I'm not supposed to be here yet. Oh. I'm supposed to go elsewhere first.
Interference with Islamic business property will be dealt with strictly.
What are these? That's neat. Hastily scrawled note, I have the information you wanted. You were right. The temple membership is growing. I'll tell you all about their so-called tribunal. Meet me tomorrow, you know where. A strip of paper with the following words is written on it in blood. I found you. You didn't come. Don't you realize I'm risking my neck for you? I can't have this information sitting on me. They'll find me. I'll give you one last chance. Meet me tonight or never contact me again. The Department of Drains and Underways is aware of the issue of the penetrating stench emanating from the round street hatches that provide access to the city's sewers. The tribe of gutter kobolds contracted to maintain free flow of the sanitation tunnels appears to have been slain or driven away by forces or circumstances unknown, and the resulting backup is responsible for the unpleasant odor. The department is taking appropriate measures to remedy the situation, but in the meantime, do not attempt to address the situation yourselves. Citizens are prohibited from using the round street sewer access hatches. Please leave sanitation to the professionals. Interesting. Locked. Starion, unlock this door for me, please.
Hardly a challenge.
Thank you, sir.
This corpse has been desecrated, displayed, and there's nothing random about it. Circus clothes? What an end for Dribbles the clown.
Right, another piece of Dribbles. Balthazar the Fifth. The effigy of Balthazar who lacked ambition. What use his refusal? He thought himself free, but destiny claimed his corpse the same. Below is an exaggerated signature written in blood or in red.
If not over, then through.
Shame no one cares enough. Folk don't even think about it much, I guess. Forgive me.
Interesting.
Hello. Nice day for a walk.
Oh.
Then we'll be back soon. Get ready to buy. But that's twice what you just said.
I'm doing you a favor. You don't want it. It's no scales off my back.
Forgot about all of this. Scout Cappy even did this. The tribunal? Yeah. Oh, you did? Okay. Go into the stock room. Yo, let's go. I got a better thing for all of my severed body parts. Gonna move him. Hey, let's go. It's a frickin' rib cage. Send that one back to camp.
For it.
That might be worth a look.
Keep your distance, darling. Simple.
He was stuck inside the bookcase. I wonder if that bookcase moves.
Where am I? What's going on?
Hey, Lucid. Clerk Traveridge. Remember, you are in the business of making Candle Hollow's tombstones look like a genuine retail establishment. Keep all the prices about half again too high so you don't sell very much inventory. Think of the shop as a stage rather than an actual going concern. How it goes? Goes good. Doing ball stuff, I think, now. Which will be very interesting for me, considering I've never done it as a ball spawn. We'll see how this goes. Odd Valoros's deluxe hardwood coffins will preserve corpses and from rats and maggots for up to 3 times longer than any competitors. Choose Valoros because the end is always near. You always enjoy some ball stuff? I thought you would say that, you dirty bastard.
The locked door has red text on it reading, "All are weighted, all are embraced. None shall escape."
The text is vaguely familiar. Try to recall the historical source. A 4! I failed on
The
that one.
phrase sounds familiar, but you can't quite recall where you heard it.
Wow, heckin' rip. Speak the passphrase, Sicarius. Was that the passphrase? I mean, alright. Don't remember where I learned it, but...
Anything of use?
In a book. Damn it, you're probably right, too, and I hate that.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I hate that you're right, Cappy.
Flaming fists this way.
left a trap out for us. What a day.
All right, what now? Very well.
Of course, Shadowheart trips and falls on the grease. Good job, Shadowheart. Your saving throws are garbage, girl. I've always been confused why her stats are always so shit. Like, she's not good at literally anything. If it requires a roll, she's going to fail.
Present me well from gifts thine own, or I shall rend thy flesh from bone.
I've killed to be here and took victims' hands as proof.
A grasping hand, an offering vile. Enter now the Dread Lord's trial.
Alright, cool. Door's open. I gave him the hands. So I didn't have to fight these three. I'm guessing you probably fought them.
Let's have a look.
And you did what? I'm not gonna do that. Alright. I'm curious how this is gonna be different for me. Lucen confided in me that he's into ball stuff. Didn't surprise me either.
You gaze upon murder's progeny, child.
His most ill-trusted zealots.
His faithful departed.
Prodigal servants, each returned to do his bidding eternally.
This is the court of the Dread Lord's Tribunal. I am its custodian. Here come those who seek to transcend. Aspirants of his most profane order. The would-be unholy assassins of Baal. But you are no mere aspirant. I did not expect to see you again. So it is true. You have returned.
Saravok Anchev, a Baal spawn who failed to become chosen long ago. Spilled stain of father's divine essence left out to dry. Is he your cousin? Great uncle? Brother even? Baal's bilious waters are always a little murky.
Tell me of my past. I wish to know it.
I have heard it said you lost your memories. Let me revive them. You were once Baal's favorite. You worshipped him the way he would wish. Your bloodlust innate. Your thirst for butchery unslakable. But you were foolish enough to think yourself untouchable. You didn't see Orin rising through the ranks. You were blinded by her artistry, her devotion. You believed she worshipped you as much as all the others. Your fall was as spectacular as your birth. The purest ballspawn there ever was. Ruined by her own hubris. But now, you have returned. Tell me, are you here to have your vengeance on my granddaughter?
Orin is your granddaughter?
She is the child of my child, and your bloodkin. But she only seeks the Balian favor you were born to inherit. She may have usurped you once, but all her rites and rituals will never match her to your natural gift. Baal is about to name a new chosen. All is between you and my granddaughter, Orin, now. And Orin has much to learn. Our Lord does not care for beauty. Baal cares only for death. Death in numbers. Death in droves. It is a lesson Orin will only learn in death. I wonder if you will be the one to teach her.
She has already challenged me herself. We will duel to the death.
She seeks to sacrifice you in our father's temple. She dreams that your corpse will be her masterpiece. But she forgets, before your incident, you were the true master. You were murder, pure murder. No excesses, no pretensions. I believe you will be the one to slay Orin. And when you do, remember Grandfather Saravak. Remember how he helped you. Return to visit him. And tell the blood-drenched tale of your victory. We have a sacrifice prepared for you, child of murder. Let us celebrate your becoming.
You have a sacrifice prepared for me. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh no! This is what I talked about. How do you do this? Oh, have fun.
Come, child of Baal. Offer thanks unto your father for your birth, and in so doing, be reborn anew. Slaughter this celestial being. Spill its blood into the void, and through eradication of its goodness, be exalted.
Holy shit. It shall play a symphony of screams with its trumpet.
That's dark. Oh, I guess they don't call it dark.
I will strangle it with its own trunk. Yes. Yes! I like the symphony of screams with its trumpet.
Spare no violence for the
Hey, Astarion
Dreadlord's
approved.
grace, and savor every moment of the creature's slaughter.
All right.
Nothing will stand in my way.
All right, what are you resistant to? Oh, Cappy, here. Look. I'll show you. So I've got the elephant lady right there, or I could do it up here. You just press T, and you can see their stats. They're shackled, resistances, slashing resistance, poison, extra poison resistance. So he's resistant to non-magical slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning, and damage is halved for poison. So that's it. As long as I do stuff other than that, we're good to go. I'm gonna go with lightning on this one.
Death won't take me yet.
One shot. I just hit her once
Behold,
and she died.
Father Baal,
I crit though.
your lost child,
oh,
bathed anew. Arise, unholy assassin.
Let's see what happens.
His most unholy will be done.
Oh, shit, that looks awesome. Just leave me drenched in blood the whole time. This looks dope. Aw.
Take this amulet, child, and return it to your father's chamber. You are the true inheritor of his will, and he would smile to see you wear it. Cleanse the temple of Arin's girlish shrines, and bring your primal slaughter back to Baal. There is nothing more I can teach you, but if you bring about her death, return to me. We shall revel in the divine memory together, as family.
Wow. He wants me to kill his granddaughter and then return to talk to him afterwards so that he can revel in her death.
Ring to it.
There's also a chest over here. Take all of that.
With haste. Something good here, I hope.
I gotta check out what this amulet is. Unlock this for me, Astarion.
Easy.
All is ash and meat.
Okay.
At the ready.
Picked up Saravok's golden key. Alright, let's see what we got here. Macedonian memoirs. This lightly crumpled personal missive parchment, humming with Mount Celestia's radiance, boasts sporadic recorded entries on a Holophant's life. Bloody planetars, I tell them every time they deploy her, if you send someone to observe the blood war, there's a danger they could be recruited. Every time they say it's a minor heresy. Why? Zariel wouldn't be the first to fall. Lathander's light doesn't reach that far down into the plains. They say crime doesn't pay around here. They say that in the world of purest gold, who'd have motive to do evil? They also say the path to the hells is paved with good intentions. So which is it? Of Of course, they don't really know. Hypocrites, the lot of them. It's the one bloody adage from another up here. But if you ask what any of them mean, why, who, what, no one is interested. Lulu is no help either. She's a model Holophant, a perfect example my superiors are quick to remind me. And she's fallen for Zariel's act, hook and all. No, it's not an act. Zariel believes what she's saying. She's just wrong. Foolish, and Lulu's a fool to believe it too. It's official. I depart for Baldur's Gate at the earliest opportunity. Spreading conspiracy, disorderly drinking. First, I didn't know there was a prohibition in place. Second, if you don't want me drunk, don't send me to the Feywild. Gnomes have the best mead. And all the other allegations weighing against my person have tipped my reputation over the edge of a cloud down to Toril. Of course, it's not phrased like that. Your sense of justice is needed by the mortals. Baldur's Gate has a lively tavern scene. Piss off, I know what you're really thinking. Pain in the trunks, the lots of them. Not to say I told you so, but my connections tell me Zariel's broken code to intervene in the Blood War. If only someone had warned them. Apparently she killed a horde of Yenogu gnolls running rampant down here in Toril. Her heart's in the right place. It's a shame her sword isn't. She's too reckless to be let near the Blood War, and I reckon this is just the beginning. But alas, I've picked up a rather handy new phrase since setting up in Baldur's Gate. That's none of my business. Memoirs of my death. This is a memoir describing in detail the visions of Baal seen by Saravak Anchev after his death in the Baal Temple centuries ago. The brethren often ask me what it is like to die. They expect me to present a warning conflict, the humiliation of defeat against my honor of sacrifice. But once dead, it is impossible to think of oneself of life, for you are in Baal's own embrace. Baal's domain is a red wasteland in a starless sky, halted in time before the collapse of the final sun. There I wandered, tasting the end of all things. I was dragged back from the precipice, bound to a living husk again by my mocking sibling. I resented it at first. I had forgotten how to breathe, to eat, all the animal functions of the petty who cling to life. But when I was cruelly resurrected, my faith was bolstered more through my death than it could have been in life. I would bring about Baal's perfect finale, the melting of the crimson sun above the lakes of blood. It will happen. This world will be carved in his image. Amulet of Baal. First blood. On a hit, inflict bleeding upon targets that have maximum hit points. That's all it does? That's okay, I guess. I should use it to get into the temple, but then I'll change it out shortly after. Oh, this guy's a vendor? What the fuck? What do you sell?
Spawn. You speak to another of your fallen family. It is heartening to see a child once again brimming with promise. All us wretched specters, Baal's failures, are watching your rise with great anticipation. In life, I was a Barzigal, kin killer of the Five. In death, I serve our father still, until the world grows silent. I offer you instruments which will aid in enacting your foul whims.
Really? Tell me of the Five.
The Five, my order of father's spawn, were among the first to carve the philosophy that Saravok's death began. We led our worship by killing the weakest of our own line, writing kinslaying into the canon. We hunted down his insipid fledglings in droves until we were all that was left. All but Saravok's own murderer, who murdered me in turn.
I've never heard of a dragon-born ball spawn.
I am no half-blooded drake. Alive, I was a dragon of pure cerulean chrome. But oft the need arose to disguise myself thus. Yes, Father Baal mated with a true dragon. Pray one day you have the honor of doing the same.
Oh, okay. Show me your goods. Alright. What does he have? Red dye, black and furnace red. Raider flesh gloves. Whenever you score a critical hit, deal an additional 1d6 force damage. Attack +1 garrote. Wrap a shadow rope around a humanoid creature's throat to start garroting it. 1d10 damage every turn for 3 turns. Hmm. Man. It looks like a rogue would be the best ball spawn. Because I could wear all this stuff. Like, I'm not gonna lose +2 AC. I'm just not gonna do it. I can't wear light armor. And the hood is also worse than the one I've currently got. And that kind of sucks. But yeah, it seems like a rogue would probably make one of the best.
Bring deaths for Baal, hallowed child, or die in his name.
It's weird that by default the default ball spawn is a sorcerer. Herein are logged the blood requisitions, the corpse wealth of our sacrifices, taken from their dead hands. After chronicling and the assassins' claim of their own tithe, the remainder should be brought before the temple's leader, no longer the butler, as in past times. What follows is a detailed financial log of loot from dead targets, always accompanied by an indulgent purple prose describing their cause of death.
What's in here?
crooked touch.
I can do better. I must. What's inside? What path lies before me?
All right. So he wants me to kill his granddaughter, which, I mean, I'm all for. Yeah, that was the plan, bud. Dear Quill, do you remember me? We spent a sweet evening chatting to one another after you gave a heart-stopping performance at the Nashkel Inn when I was on patrol tour. I heard that you were headed to Baldur's Gate to get your songbook published, and I've pre-ordered my copy. If you'd forgive a humble fist's boldness, I send you in writing what I wasn't bold enough to say that night. Each one of your scales is a gem. Your eyes shine brighter than your throat fire. Images of you have beset me since we met. You must have many suitors as a scholar of love ballads, or perhaps you get to the gate, you'd meet me one starry-eyed night in the Blushing Mermaid. The letter is clearly unfinished. The fist intended to write more before sending it. A page torn from what appears to be a memoir by Saravok Anchev. The blood of Baal must never be wasted, only multiplied. I knew it from the moment of her birth, and every day thereafter, I watched the babe become a woman. Helena, my shape-shifting beauty, my daughter, and Baal's waiting womb. In her I planted my Lord's seed, and thus did we beget the blood lamb Orin, the child of my child, and Baal's sacrifice in waiting. I did not know that it would not be Orin that Baal favored, not Helena. That it would be Orin that Baal favored, not Helena. But it matters not. Orin would help to bring forth a new birth in Baal's name. A world baptized in blood. That's gross. He had a daughter, and then he impregnated his own daughter with Orin. Yeah. Never in all the years of my craft have I felt I was carving in my own tomb. This armored husk I once thought of a man. He has trapped me here during the renovations. While he says I'm free to leave after the work is done, Ilmater, this god-awful smell, I'm no... Ew. You know, I guess I could just fast travel. No, I can't fast travel there. The game specifically says fast travel is not available. Well then, never mind. There needs to be a torch, like, right here.
Not enough graves.
What's that? Motta, do you know of another graveyard we could use?
I do, but they struggle as we do. You'll not find a casket for your daughter there.
This is ridiculous.
I just want to bury my little girl in peace.
I understand. I will do what I can.
Here goes nothing.
Careful, I bite. How for a skeleton key?
How many die today? How?
Don't touch me. That's curious. A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Well, hello. Go. A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors. What's that? Traps. How considerate.
Looking ahead. One day I'll catch a break. Open up.
Oh, it's a strength check. Okay, yeah, sure. Weird. Kneel with the weight of all you value at his feet, and he will reveal himself. A crumbling wall.
Maybe I need more pockets.
That's curious.
Here lies Lord Gregorian Gorion, first High Constable of Baldur's Gate, the city's protector.
Well, let's see what's in his grave. Need a shield +1. That goes in the trash bin. What's that say? Oh, it's just generic plate armor. Okay. Flee to the gods. My bones ache, wounds long scarred, throb as if new. I long for the comfort of my pipe and the warmth of a fire, but I cannot stop. Gods old and new, hear me. Grant me the strength to keep fighting, the courage to carve out a future for my children, and when I die, the peace that comes with knowing that I did all I could. This compendium lists and pays special tribute to the citizens of Baldur's Gate who commissioned and paid for the mausoleum honoring Gorian. He was a hero and sage of exceptional mind and respectable manner, and under a graying exterior he harbored a heart that bloomed kind and good and evergreen. They say that lighting a candle at the mausoleum of Gorian grants the writer a wish. I was never that superstitious sort, but desperation makes believers of us all. Here's my wish. Please let me survive. I do not wish to be killed by the cultists of any kind. I do not wish to be disappeared in the night, or to be crushed beneath the steel shoe of an automaton. Everything seems so strange, suddenly. Everyone seems so desperate. I'm alone in this world. If you don't look after myself, no one will. Maybe you will. Maybe you would be willing to help. The city deserves better than Enver Gortash and his army of steel puppets. Let the city win, not him.
Seems simple enough.
No, I don't know where the candle went. That's probably it there. Weird. Oh well. I didn't think the game would actually grant me the use of the spell Wish. Hoping for a little too much. Alright, so let us go to Undercity Ruins.
Spill of murderous loins approaches once more. Show a proof of faith. Spillage.
I have an amulet of Baal, let me pass.
Worthy hands hold proof of faith, as the Dread Lord desires. Walk in blood.
Hey, nice. Now I'll put mine back on. Wait, what does this one do again? Inflict bleeding on targets that have maximum hit points. This brands the weak, which makes them vulnerable to bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing damage and lasts for 3 turns. What is that? Is that a bonus action? No, it's free. It's just once per long rest. What is this parchment he had? To gain admittance to the Baal's temple, you must cross Manslaughter Chasm. If you are weak, like this aspirant, the Farslayer will deny you passage. Defeat him or die. Hymns for the Gone. A book of prayers to Kelemvor, judge of the dead. Someone has annotated it with the following. These are a little saccharin in places, but 1 or 2 have genuine merit. As something more than religious doggerel, something that actually invokes and evokes the complicated feelings of loss and hope for the departed, their well-being, their eternal preservation in some paradise. These pages are stained with dust and mud, but between the screeds about hygiene while traveling on the road, your eyes settle on this section. There were those that warned me against straying from the river, but I was out searching for an adventure, and where better than the fields of the dead? Living in Baldur's Gate, one hears much about this grand grassy plain, but one never visits. And for a place with such a desolate name, it is positively teeming with life. Well, perhaps not teeming, but there are honest farmers to be found here, and a large number of ravens. Alas, I had no time to venture near the huge hills, or barrows as the locals called them, but I am told that ancient artifacts are all but bursting out of the ground. A fine sight for a little relic. I knew the Gur as traveling folk with a reputation for fortune-telling, but you can only start to know a people when you sit down and share a tale. The side of the road, over a pot of bubbling stew, they told me that they were the children of Selûne, and claim a history stretching back to ancient Rashomon itself. Her legend tells of 2 young Witchlaran witches who refused to follow the instructions of the elders. In frustration, the older witches turned the young maidens into songbirds and locked them in a golden cage, saying if they refused to learn, at least they could make music. But the Witchlaran escaped and flew across Faerun. Eventually, exhausted, they landed in the garden of a cleric who blessed them in the name of Selûne, breaking the curse and transforming them back into human form. Since then, they have been Selûne's children. All Gur people trace their line back to these young maidens. Indeed, some Gur matriarchs even take maiden as a title. Of course, as the beloved of Selûne, they no longer practice the Witcharan witchcraft, but some say it remains in their blood, and that lets them catch glimpses of the future. It was a magnificent tale, and some excellent stew, but was any of it true? I shall investigate when I reach Rashomon. Perhaps tell them a different story. Publisher's note claims this volume promotes magical theory too radical for the mainstream. This excerpt is attributed to high artificial... Wait, hold on. I read that. Oral History of Faerun Paladin Oathbreakers. I've read this. And Journey Through the Jungle. The sun had just fallen below the horizon when I first heard its call. 1,000 reed pipes all at once, whistling a single beautiful, terrible song. Uluthalog said, Jaw, it's coming. Oh, I remember. Into camp. Alright, let's find this Orin lady.